Help us understand this carriage dispute. And let's say I don't know anything, which you can say, but help me understand how we got here and how it's settled.
Well, how we got here is these disputes have been going on forever. YouTube started YouTube TV in 2017, $35 per month. The idea being cable's too expensive. So, they put this together. It's become pretty popular. 10 million people have it. And now as they grow, where they're in competition with Comcast and Spectrum, who have around 12 million as the biggest places where people get their uh, networks like ESPN, Fox, NBC, etc. They're now $82, $83 a month. So what happens is there's fights all the time between over the years between providers like ESPN. ESPN charges around $15 per month to these entities, and then they pass it on to consumers. And so they are arguing about the price. When you look at Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, they are a $3 trillion company. Disney's a $200 billion company. And so I wrote my column yesterday. It's like rooting for the Dodgers or the Yankees. Nobody wins. The losers are people like you who have YouTube TV, unfortunately, Dan.
How do we make our voices heard? Because ESPN's had their big name talent come out and, I guess, campaign that ESPN's not the bad guy in this.
Yeah, I think the point that I would make is the amount of money these companies make, $3 trillion. That's the market cap around for Alphabet. For Disney, it's 200 billion. So your $80 is not that important to them. So I'm not saying they don't care. I'm not saying they don't care. They do care. I don't think they're insincere and caring at some level. But in terms of this is just pure business. YouTube wants to be treated like the big boys. I could bore people with the actualities of it all, but they want to be treated like the other big entities. ESPN is pointing to the fact that they just easily did deals with Spectrum and others at the same price point or similar price points. And so that's where the divide is. And so there's no picking who's right. I wrote yesterday, Google's mantra or motto has been, a couple of things, but one is, do no evil. It feels very evil that you're paying $80 a month. You did your end. You didn't get your games this weekend or Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mickey Mouse, I've said before, he's a passive aggressive little rodent. Now they do a lot of great things at Disney, but they also are business people. So not always the happiest place on earth. And so there's nobody to root for here. And we went through though where it's going to take a little longer now because you had college football on Saturday, you had Monday Night Football, no deal. So now I don't really expect anything to happen until this weekend or maybe Monday Night Football next week.